PSG sets an incredible record-breaking beatdown on Inter Milan. 5-0, guys. That is the worst beating anyone has ever taken in the UEFA Champions League final. Inter did not show up. I cannot believe my eyes. What a game by Dewey, scoring 2 goals. That's the kind of game that I was expecting from Dembele. For those who want to keep records and for those who want to keep receipts, I said it on this channel. I want to see Dembele perform the way Lamine Yamal performed against Inter Milan. And he had an okay game. He had his moments. He had 2 assists. But at the end of the day, I didn't see what I wanted to see. To me, the Ballon d'Or is still going to be out for grabs. But you guys let me know down in the comments if you think Dembele should win the Ballon d'Or. In my opinion, it's still out for grabs. Lamine Yamal is still very well in place to take it home. Now, back to the game. The sensation that gave me is that this game, Inter Milan was not the second best team in Europe. And as a Barcelona fan, I'm a little embarrassed that Barcelona cannot beat Inter Milan. We cannot beat them. As a matter of fact, they had us down 2-0 twice in the tie, in the first leg and in the second leg. And Barcelona came back. And because we don't have a good defense, we are not in this game. I think this game it's very well 50-50 if Barcelona would have been in. And as not as a Barcelona fan, but as a football fan, I feel like we got robbed of one of the greatest finals ever in the UEFA Champions League. What a show it would have been to have Barcelona and PSG instead of whatever it is that Inter Milan put out there on the field in this game. And it didn't just look like a team, a second division team playing a first division team. It looked like the worst second division team playing against the best first division team. And from the moment Hakimi scored, Inter Milan tried to play the same way they tried to play against Barca. And that's what I said, that I thought that PSG would win this Champions League, is because whatever Barcelona did to Inter Milan, PSG can do it better because they have a much better defense. And this is where Barcelona is just lacking in all cylinders. Like they don't get it. This is how Real Madrid have won 15 Champions Leagues. By having a great keeper, by having a great defense, and that's basically all it is. If you take a look at the PSG team, they have Donnarumma, they have Pacho, they have Nuno Mendes, they have Hakimi, and they have Marquinhos with that experience, a captain. In Barcelona, that's the issue. We cannot, against Inter Milan, with 7 chances created, 7 goals. And one of the things that was really telling about this game to me, in my opinion, was it was 4-0. It was 4-0. And Inter Milan have mustered to create the best chance ever they had in this game. It was in the hands of Turan, who had an incredible header. And Donnarumma makes an amazing save. What a surprise, right? The best keeper in the UEFA Champions League, bailing out the best team in the UEFA Champions League. They got every time. You can say the Vitinhas, you can say the Duis, you can say the Dembeles, whatever you want to say. But at the end of the day, if you have a great world-class keeper, then he is going to save you every single time. And that was telling to me because it wasn't just Vitinha in that moment. That moment was Donnarumma being the best keeper in the world. And that's what he is right now. And to me, I don't even think this was a bad game by Inter. The Sommer, the Bastonis, the Dumfries. I don't think they had such a bad game. I just didn't think they were on the same class. And this is the issue that Barcelona let this team run away, run through them. It's incredible to me the kind of job that Luis Enrique is having. Congratulations to PSG. Congratulations to Luis Enrique, who has incredible project. And I know they have spent a lot of money, but for the life of me, I will never understand how PSG got Dewey and Kvaratskhelia for less than 100 million euros. This PSG was just flying all cylinders. They were just running better. They were running with purpose. They were very organized. Everybody runs. Everybody plays defense. Such a young core team. It's incredible how Vitinha moves this team. Vitinha and Pedri to me are just in another level. It's just another level to me. And it was very telling to me that Barcelona and PSG were the best teams in the world this year, and we were robbed by Marciniak, who didn't call the foul on Gerard Martin, who called the penalty and they got taken away, that Lamine Jamal penalty. There was another Bastoni handball that didn't get called. There's so many things you can pinpoint. This Inter Milan got incredibly lucky against Barcelona, but Barcelona has problems of their own, but just not having a great defense, but not having a great team, well around team. And one thing that was very telling to me about this PSG team and how well it's constructed is that Dewey scores the second goal of his own. I believe that was the 3-0 game. That was literally like a nail in the coffin at that point. And after that, he gets a yellow, right? So what does Luis Enrique do? He's not taking any chances. He's a young player. He takes him out and he brings in Barcola. And that's when you're like, Barcola, the first ball he gets, it's an incredible pass from Vitinha. He gets a one-on-one and leaves two players, including I can't remember who that was, but it was a Inter defender who just knocked down on the ground, and he just yanks it out. He missed the goal completely. That would have been the best goal in the UEFA Champions League final. And the fact that came from a Barcola who came off subbing for Dewey, who was the best player of the game, it goes to show you the variance that these teams have. There's so many different things. And in Barcelona, as we stand right now, we have Rafinha and we have Lamine Yamal. I don't know what else we have out there that we can come in, that somebody that can come in and do something that Barcola did in that second half for PSG. And this PSG team is absolutely scary. I don't know if Barcelona can construct a team to go beat this team. I do believe that in my core, I want to believe that we can beat them. But Barcelona, starting from the keeper, uh, a great defender in Martinez, but Martinez shouldn't be, a player we should be relying on because of his age. And honestly, Kowalski was a little hit and miss this season as well. I think Dewey has been much better. I think he just won the Golden Boy. Kowalski, he had a great season, but when it mattered most, he made a lot of mistakes in the UCL. And honestly, we concede too many goals. The defense isn't there. And that's to me the difference in this game and how well around this PSG team. This PSG team, it's just nuts. And for those who want to say that Dewey is better than Lamine Yamal, to me, it comes down to age, right? So Lamine Yamal is 17 years old. This is why he gets so much hype, so much more hype, because he's 17 years old and he plays for Barcelona and he's playing like the best player in the world. Okay, so playing for PSG, believe it or not, it's not the same as playing for Barca or Real Madrid. So, and he's 2 years older. Imagine how Lamine Yamal will develop in 2 years, and then he's gonna be Dewey's age at that point. But congratulations to PSG, man. I think that Barcelona and PSG would have been a much better final. But let me know down in the comments what are your thoughts. And guys, I don't think the Ballon d'Or conversation is over because Dembele should have had the kind of performance that Dewey had. He was the real man of the match. He was the real player that took his team and scored the goals when it mattered most. And I think Dembele and I think Luis Enrique took a big shot of Mbappe, and I think it's hilarious that PSG wins the UEFA Champions League the year that Mbappe goes to Real Madrid to win the Champions League, and it's just so funny to me. And it goes to credit to Luis Enrique, who's giving a lot of credit to Dembele, who said he deserves the Ballon d'Or, not because of what assists or goals he's scoring, but because he's playing defense. And I think that was a shot of Mbappe. But you guys, let me know what you guys are saying, and I'll catch you guys on the next video.